FG meditation is an innovative and effective method which is free from the ideological attachments of other meditative methods. This method was abbreviated as FG meditation for Farshad's Geometric Meditation and created by Farshad Nazaraghaei. Those conical concentrative techniques which occur in the abdomen, the thoracic cage, the neck, and the head are performed horizontally and vertically, all lead to pointed concentration and temporary breathing hold. Oscillation of cones in conical concentrations superposes completely with the spheral concentration, and reduction of the range fluctuation of the cone's volume happens in the same manner. These concentrations probably affect real blood circulation in different parts of the body. They cause an increment of the rate change of blood circulation in some parts of the body while the cones are being formed. Among all changes, change in the blood volume can be pointed in the lower, upper, frontal, and the back areas of the brain, as well as the two brain hemispheres simultaneously as one unit. Different parts of the body as trunk, neck, and head are also considered. Be aware of how the cone appears in abdominal cavity. Also, observe the cones being formed at the thoracic cavity and see shrinking the size as they become relaxed and reduced. Each cone appears under the effect of abdominal or pectoral breathing. In these concentrations, each cone appears while inhaling and disappears while exhaling. Attend again how cones appear from the heart of the sphere. While inhaling occurs in the abdominal cavity, two cones towards the sides expand and then compress. Also, look at two cones simultaneously fluctuating in conformity with the sternum, while pectoral and abdominal breathing happen. The cones inside the head form from the heart of the sphere in the skull and laterally fluctuate in two sides of the head. Finally, when breathing becomes placid, the cone's volume becomes fixed as that of the size of natural abdominal cavity volume. But what exists beyond the present challenge between the thinkers of internalism and externalism is the mind-body problem. How are the mind and the body influenced, and how they relate to each other? FG meditation techniques, in a special perspective or manner, show how the mind connects to the body and coordinates with it. Geometric Somatic-Breathing Based Meditation is where rationality and humanistic emotions, as well as the mind and the body, are joined, and also reason and feeling meet each other. Meeting place is a specific part of the body. The vehicle is breathing. A geometric shape is the mediator of this meeting, and the attention element is the driver. Would it be possible to instigate flexible and delicate emotional feelings in human with rigid and inflexible geometric forms? In Geometric Somatic Breathing Based Meditation, As the delicate emotions and feelings are released, rigid geometric forms turn into the emotional and attractive subjects. In these techniques, the cones appear from the heart of sphere. Two cones, while inhaling, expand under the effect of abdominal breathing and contract while exhaling. Finally, they fade and become as a point. The same process happens again with the cones superposing the thoracic cavity and the bilateral cones inside the head. However, the domain of cones expansion becomes smaller and finally breathing becomes slowest and shortest as the cone's volume reaches zero at both inhalation and exhalation process. These concentrative techniques focus on one cone while it is being formed during inhalation and on another cone which is reversely being formed while exhaling. The cones appear and disappear in accordance with the fixed and static points on the direction of longitudinal symmetry line of the body. Now, attend to the vertical cones being formed and reaching to the pointed concentrations in different areas of the abdominal cavity, thoracic cage, neck, and head. In the beginning of GSBB meditation, intrusive thoughts may occur and distract your attention while you are following the geometric paths. In this condition, without engaging, extending, or identifying with thoughts, continuously observe them in detached state. Without controlling the thoughts or trying to stop them while they appear in the mind, simply stand as a passive and detached observer to the thoughts. At the beginning of GSBB meditation, just follow the geometric paths marked before without engaging your thoughts and expanding them. In case of being spontaneously immersed in thoughts, return your attention immediately to the geometric paths. It is possible to return your attention to the geometric paths only when your thoughts are not extensively scattered and disturbed. Similar to vertical by conical concentrations, attend to how horizontal cones are forming inside the abdominal cavity and the head. The way these horizontal cones are formed is similar to the way fluctuations are formed when water is in a moving container. This technique is performed the same as the hyperbolic concentrations. However, there are two differences in this technique. First, instead of expandable hyperbolic angles, conical figures are used in this concentration. Second, the attention settles at a point at the end of this technique. In this concentrative method, along with the first breathings, the size of cones are as big as the size of thighs and legs, and their size slowly becomes smaller. At last, the cones turn into a point in the knees region. This technique is performed as you saw in the previous concentration. In this technique, along with the first breathings, the size of cones are as big as the size of forearms and arms, and gradually their size is reduced and becomes smaller. At last, the cones turn into a point in the elbows region.